son, I realize we haven't been together for quite some time. We've been kept apart thanks to your mother and your grandmother. But I thought maybe we could, have some father and son bonding and maybe play catch. I mean, I know you ain't that old yet, but I found this ball in the kitchen. I don't know what Mama was doing with that. Mama Clementine, of course, your true mother that's going to be raising you. But I thought we could play catch with this and I don't know, just get to know each other a little better since you've been gone so long.
Do you believe this? I mean, is this man stupid or what? He finds an onion in the kitchen and he thinks because it's round it's a ball and we're gonna play ball? Oh, I think I'm doomed to be an idiot, a babbling moron idiot when I get older if I am going to take after this buffoon.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Maybe we should go inside and get Mama. She can come out here and play with us. I mean, that's fine. I mean, we can go get her if you want. We'll just leave the ball right here and come back out with her, and the three of us can all play ball together.
That is not exactly what I was thinking, but why don't you go inside and see her, and I will stay right here. I promise I won't run away, although I'd like to. Go and get her.
How about if I just go inside and get her right now, and I'll leave that right here. Okay, here I go. Okay, Clementine, darling. Clementine, I thought that we could... Oh, that's blood. Clementine. Oh my God. What? Are you all, darling? You all right? Let me give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I can't reach your mouth that bad. Over here, this way. It ain't working. She's bleeding. Oh, okay, all right. Think, Shotgun Red. Think. You was a Bainbridge Boy Scout. The bandages, they're over here. I mean, maybe if I put this bandage on that blood spot, it'll stop the bleeding. Well, I didn't do a whole lot. Oh, God, that's terrible. All right, I gotta call 911. Here's my Apple phone. Hello, 911. This be Shotgun Red. I'm in terrible danger. I need help right away. You want to have help? Can you tell me your location, please? I'm home. I'm at my house. Can you come over? I need more information. Can you give me the address, please? Yeah, it's 312 Main Street. You got to get here real quick. I think I have diarrhea. Can you tell us a little bit why you're calling 911 for that? All right. It's my wife. She's been shot. She's bleeding here, and I didn't know if I said that it was her, you would come. I mean, usually 911 comes faster for a man than a woman, but she's been shot, and I was outside playing with ball with our son, and I came back in here and she was bleeding, so I put a bandage on it. I tried to give her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but it didn't work. Please, you got to get out here as soon as you can. All right, we'll be there as soon as possible. We are going to send a police officer out. Have you seen any suspicious characters roaming around the property? No, none. It's just me and my son and my wife. No, there's been nobody. Oh wait, there was somebody here. She used to be a friend of my wife's. Her name is Chanel Boudreau. She actually came here and made some disparaging comments to Clementine. What can I do? I mean, I need to keep my wife alive. We just got our son back. He was taken from us. He was kidnapped. We can't just live without her, please. It's all right, sir. Please calm down. We are sending the officer right away. He will be there within minutes. Please try to relax and keep your wife warm. Well, I can certainly do that. I mean, there's a lot of times when she gets all romantic and you mean with a blanket? Yes, of course. Please keep her warm and we will send somebody over right away. Okay, thank you. Hurry, please. Oh, Clementine. Oh, darling. Oh, what am I going to do without you? You've got to come in. You've got to come back to me. Oh, please.
I think you might be smothering her to death. Maybe that's a good thing.
Darling, I'm trying so hard to be a good husband to you, and I'm just not medically minded, and you're unconscious. Let me get that blonde curl out of your face. I don't know if that's doing any good. This bandage ain't holding all that well. God, when are they gonna get here? I called 45 seconds ago. It shouldn't take them that long to get here. This is an emergency. Let me see if there's anybody at the door. Oh, Rupert, I didn't even know you came in the house. How did I miss that? I guess I ain't the best parent if I don't even have an idea of where my own son is. But this was an emergency, so I didn't think you'd crawl away and run. Well, you can't run because you're just a baby. Oh, I can't think clearly. All right, I just need to. Okay, I'm just gonna sit right here. Okay, and I need to breathe. There's no reason to get myself all hysterical. Someone is gonna be here any second. Oh God, she's gotta be all right. She's the most wonderful woman I've ever known. She's loving and she's caring and she's hot, and that's all that matters. I mean, there's gotta be some way to keep her alive. I mean, oh,
Hello. I got here as soon as I could.
Yes, hello. It's very nice to see you.
I can't believe my eyes.
What is bothering you now? And why did you call for an emergency?
Oh, yes, it's very interesting you would call for an emergency, especially while Sam and I were getting to know each other in the police car.
I can't believe it. They assigned you to this case. Clementine's been shot. And you have the nerve. After all the things that Karen has done for you, I mean, she may be a loser, but you have the gall to show up here with that?
I don't know what you're referring to. Why are you being so stupid, other than the usual?
Oh, Sam, you are so funny. You are so funny.
What I'm trying to say is Karen has been missing for a while, and I know because I've been watching that house, and she ain't at her own house, and she ain't over at Sharice's, so she's obviously gone somewhere. So while she's gone, this is the way you treat her?
I'm not treating her any bad way. I'm answering a call for 911. Now what is the emergency?
Yes, I don't understand what you're saying. Why do you say that he is not being very nice to this Karen? That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense to me. You got the gall to come over here on a 911 call with this hooker? I mean, that is the most disrespectful thing I ever said, or thought, or felt. But I'm gonna vocalize it, and you're just crazy. It's gonna get back to her, maybe even from me. I just find it despicable.
You think that Sam has a hooker? No, darling, no. It is just me. We are alone in the car.
That's what I'm trying to say. He's here with a hooker, meaning I'm talking about you.
Oh, me. I am the hooker. I see.
Ah! You pig! Oh, I cannot believe it.
I think you better go back and sit in the car, Gigi.
Did you hear what he called me? He called me a prostitute, una perdida, una buscona, una puta.
Well, I know, but you kicked him in the privates.
Oh, that is the least that I can do for him.
Oh, God. Oh.
You're disgusting. How can you think that about me? I'm beautiful. I am gorgeous. He didn't pick me up. He is taking me home.
No, same thing.
You better watch it or you'll get another kick.
Gigi, please go back and sit in the car. Let me handle this, and then I'll get you to your sister's plantation as soon as we're done.
Good. I didn't want to sit in the car. It's too hot. It is humid. And I didn't want to have to waste gasoline and air conditioning with the price so high, getting higher and higher since January, since Presidente Jose took office. All right, I'll wait in the car. Fine. Está bien. You deserve more.
Oh, God, you're gonna just allow her to do that to me?
If I wasn't a police officer on duty myself, I think I would have kicked you in the privates a long time ago. Certainly not just today.
Well, This is ridiculous. You need to get in here and take my statement. Clementine, do you know anything about first aid? She's injured. Come on in here. Just stop fighting with me for 1 second and just be quiet and come in here and see. Look at, oh my goodness. She's completely unconscious and she's been bleeding and I don't know what to do. I mean, I can't believe that this is happening to her. We were just getting our son back.
This is not your son with Clementine. I don't know how many times we need to discuss this. This is your son with Karen.
Oh, Karen, she's a flake. She's run off. God knows where she is. She just left town and left him with her crazy hippie mother and her goofy boyfriend or whatever he is. And look, Clementine just got shot. It came right through the window. Look, there's a big hole in the window right now. What am I supposed to do?
Call a glass company.
I'm talking about Clementine. She's the love of my life.
Every woman that you date at that point in time is the love of your life. I'm sure if God forbid something happened to her, you'd be, well, trying to find somebody right away.
I can't believe you'd say that about her. It's not true. She's the love of my life and she's going to raise Rupert with me.
Oh, God, I think I'd rather die.
She ain't moving. Who would want to do this? I mean, we need to get a list together of all the people that would want to harm her.
That list would take me until probably this coming Christmas, so we have to narrow it down. People locally that hate her. Of course, that would take probably until Easter Sunday, which is several days away. Let's try to make this easier with all the people that hate her throughout her life and her careers in various things, including, but not limited to, waitressing and street walking. Let's discuss who has a motive.
Well, a lot of people have a motive. Karen, she hates her and she's jealous of how beautiful she is. And Charisse, she hates her. And who else hates her? Well, I guess indirectly Linda hates her. But there was something that happened earlier that I guess I should probably talk about.
Well, now would be the time. Now look at me when I'm talking to you and stop staring into space. You're not going to help her get better.
All right. The truth is there was a situation that happened earlier. Clementine wants to sue and arrest and charge all the people that kept poor Rupert from us.
Oh, please.
And I don't want to do it, but she did. She insisted. She said she was going to file charges against everyone, and she was going to have your badge.
My badge?
Well, of course, you knew all about the whole thing. I haven't forgotten any of that, and I think you deserve to lose your badge, but right now, I'm more concerned about her. But she wanted to have you lose your job and be arrested along with Roger and Felipe and Linda and Karen and Charisse. And all of a sudden, somebody came in the door, I guess to visit with her, a friend of hers, and when she heard one of the people named, she went off.
Well, you need to tell me who that person is, and why would they go off?
It was Chanel Boudreau. She and Clementine have been friends because they're kind of like the outcasts of town and everybody hates them.
For good reason. Continue.
Well, she was furious, Chanel, when she heard that Clementine was going to have Felipe charged. Chanel and Felipe are getting married, and I guess she didn't want to have her husband in jail. I don't blame her. And Clementine just said, forget it. He was maybe not one of the main conspirators that was involved in the whole thing, but that he knew, and he had every opportunity to tell us where Rupert was being taken and where he was being held, and he didn't do it, so she wanted him arrested.
And so what did Chanel say?
Chanel said she was not going to allow it, that she would do anything in her power to keep Felipe from going to jail, that Clementine's idea was unacceptable and she was not going to stand for it, no matter what. No matter what was the thing that scared me the most. She went out of here furious, and all of a sudden I'm out in the backyard playing with a tennis ball with my son.
It's an onion.
And all of a sudden, I didn't hear anything. But I came in here and she was in a pool of blood on the floor, lying down with her head cocked to the side. I mean, there are people that don't like her, I know that, but I really think that Chanel, since she made that threat, is someone that could have possibly come back here when Rupert and I were outside and shot her so that Felipe would be not held responsible. I mean, I could have been shot too, but I told Chanel that I didn't think that anybody should be charged, that we should just let it all drop. But Clementine was the one that said that she couldn't, and I think that that's the reason that maybe Chanel was the one that shot my love, my wife.
Well, quite frankly, she may have done society a favor and a service, but it is against the law to shoot people, so I will follow up. I'll put an arrest warrant out for Chanel and bring her in for questioning. I will also check to see how many other people that Clementine has pissed off are local. As you know, Karen, Charisse, Roger, they're not here. That doesn't leave many people of the ones you mentioned, except for Felipe, Linda, and Chanel.
I hate to point the finger at Chanel, but she was so furious. And she pretty much cut off Clementine as friends. She felt betrayed that Clementine was going to try to put the knife in Felipe's back and therefore put the knife in hers.
I'll get on it right away. I'm sure the ambulance will be here soon. Just keep her warm and quiet. Hello. It's nice to see you, Rupert.
Hi, Officer Sam. I wish you could hear me talking because you're the only sane one of this whole bunch. I'd rather have you as a stepmother than the stepfather than this bimbo as a stepmother.
All right, well, I'll get going, and I'll go and check into Chanel. Good luck.
Good luck. What am I going to do?
Well, I think we should just probably call the funeral parlor and maybe the mortician and just be prepared for the worst. Oh, how horrible.
Oh, God. Oh, my love. You're going to be fine. I know it. They'll be here any minute. We're going to get you to the hospital and save your life. I know that Sam didn't seem too concerned. I don't think he likes you that much, but he is going to try to find out if Chanel did this. Oh, God. Oh, I can't believe it. You're too beautiful to die. We all know that.
Oh, please. I think that I'm going to be throwing up my Gerber baby food that I had a couple hours ago. Ugh, those disgusting peas and mushed carrots. They're just so nasty. Kind of like my stepmother.